What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bleach related video. We got some high quality content for you today. Before we get into that, we got a little bit of an update going on for the game itself, our Bleach Brave Souls game. We got 2 new support packs coming out that are actually pretty cool, and we got a maintenance update that hopefully will bring in the update they want to do where you can drop like 100 summon tickets at once if you feel like it for anything. You can also now auto sell stuff from your summonings. So if you don't want 3 stars or 2-star accessories or whatever, you can just auto sell that crap and keep only the goodies that you're after. So pretty cool stuff. So we're going to look into these packs. So the first 2 packs, the Chronicle Quest support packs, these come out tomorrow, and they're going to give you 100 rainbow potions, the ticket that is a choose ticket, not a random ticket, with 43 free orbs and 242 purchased orbs, 1 per player, and the choose a 5-star summons ticket for Chronicle Quest Part 1 allows you to choose 5 characters from the list of bonus characters for the Chronicle Quest Part 1. You will then receive 1 random character from your selection, never mind, it is slightly random. You get to pick which ones you want in your roster. So for this one, it's all the bonus characters of Part 1 Chronicle, which is the Swimsuit Orihime Part 2, PvP Chad, Bonds Uryu, New Year's Rukia, Bonds Ichigo, Fullbring Arc Orihime, Tag Team Ichigo, Fullbring Arc, I'm Always on Your Side Uryu, the Meme King, and Original Chad. Now, if you don't have a lot of these characters and you are struggling with bonuses in CQ, this is a very good pack to look into. It is a good investment. One, for just the little extra orbs to help you out for end of the month that's coming up very soon. For whatever they got planned for the end of the month banner, probably, I'm kind of hoping it's something Halloween-oriented. But knowing them, because they already did Spirit Society, they're going to count that as Halloween. And instead, they're going to do something like Beyond Bankai Part 2 for Spirits of Forever With You or something like that. Or an actual Spirits of Forever With You banner if they want to go and like really catch people off guard after Bruno. But I personally am only missing, I think, one of these characters, which is the Orihime. And I don't really want to get dupes of these other characters, so unless I have, like, if I'm missing one or more, like, an extra one, I might be missing that Rukia, but I'm not too sure. I guess if I am, I could try to risk it and, like, see if I get them, but that is the Part 1 pack, and then the Part 2 pack will feature other special event characters. These, it's going to have the, Tag Team, Fullbring Arc, Kampachi, like, Redo Momo, Fullbring Bankai Ichigo, like, Past Shunsui, or whichever one that is, Bankai Mind Attribute, Ikaku, Last Ditch Survival Link, Yumi Chika, Bankai Renji, Cacao Society Momo, New Year's, Hanataro, New Year's, Quincy Ichigo, and the Fullbring Arc, Kampachi. I'm only missing a few of these. I'm missing the Momo, the Hanataro, and I think that's it. I really want that Momo, because she's actually pretty good, and the Hanataro is just because he's, like, the only 5-star Hanataro, so my collector, my completionist in me wants that Hanataro. Are these worth it to, like, buy? If you're missing a good number of these, or just feel like getting orbs for, like, money, sure. The maintenance itself is going to be on the 24th to the 25th, for a few hours. This is in preparation for version 13.4 of the game. I'm really hoping this is the update that, brings in that 100 use thing, as well as the other things they want to bring in for quality of life. But that is it for the game updates. Now it's time to get into the actual content of today. We are going to be talking about husbandos. It's time. We're talking about boys today. So get your pillows, get comfortable, get your phone for that girl talk. We're talking about husbandos today. Okay? No jokes. It's serious. It's very serious. It's very serious, okay? No laughing. We're serious about this. Alright. We're not going to talk about who's at the top. It should be obvious. Alright, first we got Eisen. Eisen's a liar. Alright? Eisen will lie to you. He will manipulate you. And he'll also just make illusions. He'll make you believe things are happening. He's not good husbando material, right? He's gonna lie to you. He's like C tier. Right? Akon, that's a hardworking man right there, alright? This is Mayuri's true hardest worker, alright? Akon, he gets the job done. If Mayuri's not around, he's the right-hand man. He's a solid B-tier hardworking man. Filler characters, bad. Filler characters, bad. Byakuya. Byakuya is a stoic man. He's also a fascinating character, right? He fell in love with a girl from the Rukon district. He is a man of noble blood, but he chose someone of a very different pedigree, a different lifestyle entirely. He brought them in, and then in her death wish, he went and saved her sister. And a fascinating character overall. He's very prideful. He's protective of his ways. He's a good man. S-tier character in Byakuya for sure. Chad. Chad's a quiet, gentle giant, but he'll also lift a building in anger. He's a good boy. He's a very good friend. Underutilized character, wasted potential. Very good character. Ichigo's one of his closest friends, but also his least developed friend. In terms of the main character cast, not his other side friends or whatever. A. Findor. Findor asks too many questions. Everything's a quiz to him, right? He's got the nice hair. He's got a cool demeanor, kinda. One of the best fights in the show, ironically, even though he's just a fraction with my boy, Shuhei. But he asks too many questions. C tier. Ganju? Ganju's a rebel, right? He's a rebel. He's mad a lot. He likes to fight people, but he's not good at it either. He talks a lot of crap and he can't back it up either. So if you were out with him on a date and someone came up, he's not going to have your back. Later on, he gets a little bit better because, you know, stakes are higher and he steps up to the plate, kinda. But he's just kind of meh. He's like C tier for me. Ganryu, I think is this guy's name. The bad guy from Memories of Nobody. We're gonna drink a little bit of water. As always, stay hydrated. Ganryu, I think is his name. This guy. D tier. Who cares? Gigio Vega. This is Furry Light. If you are into animalistic boys, he's the one. If you don't want to say you're a Grimmjow fan, he's Grimmjow Light. He's just a cat boy. He's like B. Not A. B. Geen. This is a sad character right here. This man did everything because his girl cried. This man was gonna take hundreds of years to slowly put together the ultimate plan to betray the villain of Bleach. It failed, but still, his impact remained. His character defined as one of the best anti-heroes, to me at least. He's not an Itachi, you know. Arguably, Itachi was retconned to be that good, but it's fine. It's whatever. So, Geen, he's deceptive. He's a snake. He's a fox, you know. He fits that character very well. That kind of sneaky, slimy, evil guy. But he's not really evil. It's all for the sake of a woman. He's like the ultimate white knight, but he does it in a cool way. S tier for me. I like Geen a lot. Grimmjow. Grimmjow is a degenerate. This guy goes to school. He smokes a cigarette in the front of the building. And he hits on a 15-year-old and he graduated 10 years ago. Grimmjow is also very cool, though. He could back up his shit talk, you know what I mean? And he handles everything on his own. He doesn't rely on others. He's a king. He's prideful as well. But he believes in his strength. He believes in his virtues. And he fights for those that could not stick with him in the long run. You know, he ate his friends to reach the top, but then in turn, he had them return as his fractions. They served him as he became king. And, you know, he's a cool character. Very, very cool character. I'm a big fan. S tier. Hachibe? What is your name again? You're a nice guy. You're like C. Hanataro is a king, alright? This guy, he's the ultimate energy vibe. This dude is the king of hype, alright? Hanataro is a goated Bleach character. He takes his little caffeine pills, and then he's like, and that energy shakes the Soul Society. This guy is a god amongst men. He is the ultimate ascendant being of Bleach. This guy is S tier, above the rest. Hanataro's a god. Filler character, who cares? White Ichigo, very cool character. I like White Ichigo. He's crazy, and people tell you not to mess with crazy, but Ichigo had no choice but to mess with crazy. White Ichigo's a great character, and he never lies. White Ichigo does not lie. At any given point, regardless of the sinister vibe, the evil intent that he might portray, this is a character that never lies. Unlike Eisen. Eisen lies all the time. I'm gonna go A for White Ichigo. Toshiro, this is a soft boy. He's a tsundere. He takes a lot of L's, though. He loses almost every fight he's ever in. But he's got a lot of cool powers. Taikubo made sure that Toshiro loses in fashion every single time. Very cool character, though. It's kind of a pun because he's an ice user, but, you know. Awesome character, actually. I'm gonna go A for Toshiro. His Zanpakuto spirit is also pretty cool. I don't like the hair. It's a little dumb. But, like, the design's still pretty sick. B tier. I'm not gonna talk a lot about the spirits because they're just, like... They really don't bring a lot other than just usually a contradiction to their original wielder or a similarity to their wielder. Ichigo, our boy. He's a puppy. Ichigo just wants to be a soft boy and protect his friends. And the look that he has around his friends, you know, Orihime, the gentle, kind look he gives her because he knows that the hollow... The strength, the power scares her, and he tries to be as delicate as possible around her. And the strength, the confidence he shows to Rukia, that way she doesn't have to worry, you know, when she does worry, because he fights a battle that should not be his, and it's like, Ichigo is a very stoic character. He's does things on his own. He doesn't let people in, but also that is the problem of his, because he doesn't let people in, the weight eventually breaks him, and that's why his spiritual world is always so dreary and sad, because he is alone. He doesn't let people come in. He has friends, but he doesn't invite them in. He fights for them, and he doesn't let them fight for him. And that is his defining character arc throughout the show, is to let people in. And when he does let people in, you just see how kind, gentle, but powerful he is. He's a very good character. He is, you know, he'll make an incredible husband for Orihime at the end of the story. He'll make an incredible best friend for life with Rukia. A bond that bypasses friendship, really. There's something more than that, really. An incredible character. He's the top of S. Ikkaku is a funny character. He will go partying with you, he'll drink, he'll fight everybody you know, including you. He'll lucky dance when he's happy. He's a silly guy. He's like B. He's like pretty good B. Ichigo's dad is a funny character, but he's surprisingly strong. He does a lot, and he's an interesting parallel to Ichigo's character arc, because Ichigo's dad also is the kind of character that does a lot of things without letting people in. He doesn't even let his son in on the secrets, you know. The anime still hasn't gotten into detail about Ishin and who he is and why he's the way he is, why he wasn't able to be a Soul Reaper until later in the story, you know. The mystery around Ichigo's mother and who she was. The mystery of why Ichigo's dad, Ishin, is, you know, has closer ties to Uryu's dad than we should be led on to in the anime. Like, there's a mystery, right? There's a past that hasn't been uncovered. And that mysterious vibe, this cool, funny guy, he's a good character. He's an A-tier character to me. This guy's no redeeming qualities. I find whatever his name is, Jinta, he's really annoying. Cayenne. Cayenne is a loving husband. This man loved his wife, loved his squad members, brought them in like they were family. This guy embodied Squad 13's energy, their ideals, their virtues. This guy, hell of a character. Went out like a champ, honestly. Very sad death and very early impact in the story that echoes throughout the rest of the narrative. His similarities to Ichigo and what they could mean. His continuing presence and the weight it has on Rukia and her actions. The return in Ananyero and how that mattered, and just fascinating character. Very sad death, very powerful character that was strong, just not really powerful in the way that Shonen would portray. I mean powerful in heart. This is a strong character for the heart, the personality behind them. Very good character. He's like an A-tier husbando, but he's like up here. He's up on the higher end of A. We gotta fix A around. Yeah, that's better. Kazushini's a psychopath. He'll take your child, but then raise it. He's gonna go in Goblin tier. We're gonna make one. Kazushini's a Goblin. He needs to be there. We need to put Goblin, like, right there, middle of the pack. Keigo's also a Goblin. He has a little bit of a glow up there in the Fullbring arc. They make him look a little bit better. He's less of a clown. He has some interesting insight with Ichigo in the Fullbring arc about what Ichigo wants to do with his life after losing the powers. And, you know, Keigo's still a clown, but he does glow up a little bit, and he's still a goblin, though. Kampachi. Kampachi is a sociopath. He will fight you and kill you. Barely. He'll almost kill you. And there's a oddly sad story behind this character. It doesn't show in his character itself, but he's a sad character. He's a lonely character. And the anime will get to that more at some point, and then it'll be a bigger discussion at a later date to avoid spoilers, but I'd say Kampachi's like a B-tier husbando. Not really. He's more like a C. He's not really a husbando material, to be honest. Kensei. There's not really a lot to say about Kensei. He's like just kind of a background character. He doesn't really get a lot of time to show anything. He's like one of the few Vizards to showcase a Bankai in the anime, and it doesn't really do much for him. He has a major impact on Hisagi's character, but Hisagi's a better character than Kensei is, so it's like... Kensei's just kind of like there. He's like C tier to me. Kira's a very cool character. He's like this very grim, dire character, but he's like really cool at the same time. He's got a very cool Zanpakuto. He's a loner, you know, especially in like the newer chapter that came out that we reviewed in a different video. You can check that out, as well as just everything that happens to him in the story, the loss, but like the people he keeps around him, the way he acts. But he's not a very good husbando, though, because he wants to be alone, so he's, like, also C tier. Koga from the filler. You're a pretty cool character, so, like, C. Oh, what is your name again? Kukaku? No. I can't remember your name. Kusaka? No. Kusaka was that, Toshiro clone in movie 2. I can't remember your name. You're a liar. You're a bad guy. D. But you're cool looking, so B. Sajin, he's literally a dog. D tier. Kon, he's a pervert. D tier. And useless. Mayuri, awful husbando. D tier. Ginjo, swag. He's a bad guy, but he's swaggy. You know, he's got the drip. He's got a cool power. B. Love. I hate his design. D. This dude's a womanizer, D. Muramasa, C with Koga because they're a duo. Noitora is a misogynist and an incel, D tier. Who cares? D tier. Renji, good husband to Rukia. Good character. Very, very important character throughout the narrative of Bleach. Has a glow up later on in the part that the anime hasn't gotten to. Strong character. Takes a lot of L's though, but he's a loving character. He's A tier. Rose. He's kind of weird, but like, he's probably suave with a woman. C. Rudy Okujaku. This guy's all about himself. D tier. And that's a filler character, so also D tier. Zenbo Sakura is mysterious. You know, there's like the Omak and the Fullbring arc, or the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, where they see him without the mask and they're like, he's really hot. So, you know, he's probably got that, like, sexy dude vibe going on. I'll put him in, like, B. Shinji's a king, S tier. Shinji is the drip god. My favorite visor, one of my favorite characters in Bleach. Dude just resonates swag. He's classy. He's also a dick, but, like, he's endearing. He's a king. He's gotta be an S. He's, like, up here. Shunsui is a womanizer, but it comes from a good place. There's a method as to why he does what he does. He's fun. He's casual. He'll take you out on a good date. He's also S tier. Shurin. He's probably an incel, D tier. Coyote. The only character he ever hangs out with that means anything to him is a lolly. Very sus. Goblin. Because he's... Yeah, definitely. Xyla Opero is a complete degenerate and a madman. But he's also good-looking. You know, he's kind of got that good look to him. He might experiment on you, but it couldn't help you improve. C. Tesla is probably an incel too, because he's Norito's Fraction, D tier. Tosin cannot see you. But that means he loves you truly, because he's not looking at your appearance, S tier. Tsukishima was always there for us. He was always there for us. Our entire lives are owed to him. He is truly the most important character. He was always there for us. He's the most important. He was always there. Jushiro is such a kind, gentle soul. He's funny, he's relaxed, he's very caring. He's gotta be S. Ukiura comes from a good place later on. You can see that he was trying to understand people, and if he was given more time, he may have become a very loving, understanding, and caring character. Because there was so much time without it, that the emotions that he gains are so much stronger than the usual person. S. Kisuke. He's going to sell you some crappy material, but also he's going to save your life because he writes the script of the show. S tier. Uryu. Very kind, loving, protective character. He's the opposite of Ichigo in terms of being a Quincy. But also, they share very similar ideals because they don't let people in. Uryu wants to protect his friends. He lacks the power Ichigo has, but he's also one of the only friends that Ichigo will actually rely on in the fight. I also say Uryu's an S tier. He's going to be a very good character, a very good husband one day if he ever got with somebody. It's not stated if he did, but he should. Kira Zanpakuto is just a sad, empty man. He's D. Xyla Opero's brother is probably an incel, D tier. Yumi Chika is really into himself, and that he's a goblin. Yukio only plays video games. He doesn't care about you or, like... But he's also rich, so, like, if you did get with him, he'd have a lot of money. B. Sadly, the one that we didn't want is up here, and we're gonna talk about him real quick. It's time. The most important character of Bleach. The one that matters most. This man. This specimen. This is the best husbando in Bleach. This right here. Is the best. Look at him. Bask in his greatness. Bask in the king. Look at him. What a specimen. We're done. Alright. Alright. We've had it. This is the high quality material. This is the content you were here for. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be it for me today. If you guys ended up liking the video, go ahead and leave a like and share it with a friend. And, of course, leave a comment about who your favorite male character is in Bleach. Also, leave any suggestions on what kind of content you want to see as well. Like, maybe tier list about Zanpakutos, or just an actual tier list about, like, character opinions and stuff like that. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't yet to join the streaming society. And hit the bell so you can stay tuned for future videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.